Hello everybody and welcome back. So got some tuna on the table today. A little while ago I did a cheap backpacking slash prepping food video, and I figured I would continue on with that sort of series and talk about a couple of other things that are great for backpacking and or potentially short-term prepping. Tuna has been something that we see it in US MRE, specifically this one, lemon pepper. And I think it's definitely noteworthy because you're getting a good source of protein, and nowadays you can get a ton of different flavors in packages, and you don't necessarily have to carry around the old can. You can get things in a packet, which is going to decrease weight. Now, for me personally, I wouldn't necessarily consider carrying tuna on a backpacking trip, and the only reason is because tuna is mighty pungent, and we pack out everything we pack in, right? So I'm packing out, and depending on the length of the hike, you got to think about that smell. A bear and most animals can sense that smell, a mile away. So I'm not trying to give them any I don't know, lead or head start. But anyway, so I just wanted to bring a couple of these. Now I got a selection. Obviously we have the standard can. Now I pretty much go out and buy the solid white albacore in water. This I just got at, whatever, local grocery store. But I tend to buy it from an Aldi's because they have it seems like they actually pack more tuna in the can than the name brand here, and it's cheaper. So I just picked these up for the sake of the video. I'll eat them, obviously, but it tends to be, I don't even know what brand it is, whatever brand Aldi's carries, but they just seem to have more in it. But anyway, so got the standard can. It's a standard can, man. A lot of them, some of them will come with a pull top, but these obviously you have to use a can opener. And that's another thing too. If you're out there and you take cans with you, sometimes you'll have to carry a can opener unless you had the forethought to think of buying pull top cans, which is great. But then I actually kind of remember when these started coming out, not these specifically, but just packages of tuna. And basically, you had your standard tuna, and I think like tuna salad, so just mixed with mayonnaise or something like that. But lately, they've been creating a lot of different flavor profiles. So we've got lemon pepper, Thai chili, hot buffalo, jalapeno, herb and garlic. I said herb and garlic. Spicy Korean style with gochujang. I am not the best pronunciator. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of taste test these. Like I said, I just kind of got 6 random packets. There are more than this, but these all just kind of sounded kind of good, at least for my taste. And I've had a couple of these. I've had the jalapeno one before. That one's pretty good. I've had obviously lemon pepper, but the other 4 I haven't tried yet. So anyway, this is just another thing that you could potentially take out with you, or potentially short-term prepping. Now, obviously the canned stuff is going to last a little bit longer than the packaged stuff in most cases, but this has a best by date of 2021, so 2 years for these packages. Let's see what this can says. Maybe they've gotten better. So 2022. So this has a little bit longer shelf life, but not by much. So you could potentially put these in a crate or in your ammo can or in your tote or whatever that you keep your prepping food or something, or just in your pantry. And these would hold for a decent amount of time. And I mean, looking at protein content, 17 grams, 14, 15, 14, 16, 13. And in the can, we've got 12. So actually, these packets have a little bit more. This can is net weight 5 ounces, drained 4 ounces. And let's see what some of these are. I imagine Okay, so 2.6, yeah, so these are actually less, but they have more protein in them. You figure that out for me. Caloric wise, actually have them 80, 90, 70, 70, 110, big boy, and 80, and then just this little can is 50 calories. So, you know, one of the other things, and we'll probably explore this in another video, what I've done with these sometimes is throw like a tin of tuna in with like a Knorr pasta side or something like that to make a little bit more complete meal. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do some individual taste tests on these. Hopefully you enjoy it. And like I said, just another thing that you could throw in the prep chest, and you know, just gives you a little bit more protein. So let's go ahead and roll on to the first taste test. All right, so here's our first tuna creation we're gonna try. We're gonna do the urban garlic. Again, 110 calories in this particular package. Here's some of the nutritional facts if you want to see those, and ingredients. Let's go ahead and try this. It says it's wild caught up here, which is kind of cool. If you guys have ever seen like a fish farm, it's maybe not the best thing in the world. All right. So not a huge portion out of these bags. Again, I think we had said these were what? Yeah, 2.6 ounces. So less than a can. But you get this going with a couple crackers, you're gonna be pretty good. So just get a big old bite and get going. That's about a quarter. There we go. It kind of just tastes like regular tuna salad. I don't think it says anything about like any sort of mayo. I mean, I guess you could kind of taste the garlic like a little bit, but I don't really. There's nothing really discernible out of it. It kind of tastes like tuna, maybe a little bit of garlic taste. And it's actually it's good. It just, I was expecting more, I guess, but yeah, still pretty good. All right, on to the next. All right, so tuna number 2. We've got the spicy Korean style with gochujang, I don't know, can't pronounce it. But this is actually one of the ones that I was really interested in checking out. So let's go ahead and see if it's worth the wait. Oh goodness, it smells good. Yeah, that really didn't rip very well. Okay, well, whatever. I'll just get it out. Okay, so it's definitely a little bit more, reddish. There's still a little bit in the package, but just for sake of time, let's go ahead and get in there and try out this interesting tuna. Okay. That's actually really good. So a little spicy. For those of you who don't like spice, probably wouldn't like this at all. But I don't know, it kind of has, I don't know how best to describe it. You definitely get the red chilies. And tuna kind of bleeds through a little bit. So it's definitely, fishy-ish, but kind of like a Korean barbecue sauce or something like that, just spicier. So yeah, that one's really good. Let's head on to the next one. All right, here we are back again with another tuna creation. We got the hot buffalo style next up. I've been in kind of a spicy food mood here lately, so I figured this one might be pretty good to try. There was individually its nutritional facts if you care about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and pop in here. All right. And again, not a huge portion, which is fine, but you could add this into a wrap or on crackers and be pretty good with that. All right, let's try her out. Just get a big old spoonful of it. It's about a quarter of the package right there. Okay, not bad. So, with the last one I took a look at was the Korean one, and that one it would still taste pretty fishy. This one doesn't. Very vinegary, hot sauce, you know, your classic buffalo style sauce, but not very spicy. Not very spicy at all. I could almost use a little bit more of a kick in there, but it gives you really good flavor. Kind of like when I do my normal ration reviews, sometimes I'll add Tabasco for more of the flavor than the heat. But anyway, yeah, hot buffalo style. Not so hot, but pretty darn good. Let's roll into the next one. More tuna. We got the Thai chili style now. I thought this one, I don't know, I thought this one would be pretty good. I try to get some different flavors, but I mean, you guys already kind of saw that, but this one actually sounded potentially sounded to be the most interesting one. Not to discount old Korean, but Thai chili just, I mean, because I'll use certain chili sauces and whatnot and a lot of different ways. So, got some big hopes for this one. Let's go ahead and get a big old bite. And there we go. Try it out. Okay, so it actually doesn't have much taste to it, if we're being honest. A little bit of a sweet, a little bit of spicy, not a ton, but I can take it or leave it. You just mainly get that tuna taste. That's pretty much all you're getting is tuna. So, that one I could probably not have again and be okay with it. All right, next tuna. All right, next tuna. We've got the jalapeno. I have had this one before, and if I remember correctly, it was pretty okay. So let's go ahead and try it out. I think we only have one left after this. Okay. Try and get everything out of these little packages. There's not a ton in here, so there you go. All right, big old bite. Well, there we go. So yeah, this one, basically it tastes like if they took like a pickled jalapeno and just kind of soaked the tuna in that juice and put little bits of jalapeno in it. It's actually really good, but if you don't like that kind of like little sour taste you get off of that, you might not like this very much. But I actually think it's really good. It's probably one of my favorites. As far as spice, it's not super spicy. Like, it won't knock your socks off or anything. It's just a little bit of a front end spice and then dissipates really quickly. But yeah, it's got a little bit of little bit of that sour note as well. So, but yeah, this is actually one of my favorites. If I were gonna probably just buy one, just to buy one, it might be this one. So, all right, next tuna. Now we have our last tuna, and I figured I'd save the classic for last. Lemon pepper is something that we see in US MREs. So I figured we'd end on lemon pepper tuna. And honestly, like, I like lemon pepper tuna, but I know people that don't. I know people that don't like it at all. And you know, it kind of has the smell of those little artificial lemon squeezy things that people buy, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and try her out for old time's sake. Oh, down the hatch. So, right off the bat, you get the lemon. Could use some more pepper, if we're just being honest with each other. But this is something that's, it'll just jazz it up just a little bit. It's not overly lemony. But yeah, it could definitely use more pepper. One thing I've noticed though, this one seems drier than the other ones I've had so far. So, it might have just been this one, but this one is dry. Anyway, folks, I'm happy that you guys are watching the video. So thank you very much for doing that. Hopefully you've enjoyed, another cheap backpacking food video here. Again, trying to bring you alternatives to think about, stuff for, if you're out backpacking, or maybe if you're, in this case, like a short-term prepping sort of need. There's a ton of different stuff out there. Just make sure you consider, all the different food groups. You want to have protein, you want to have some carbs, you want to have, some sort of vegetable or fruit. And, tuna is a great way to get, just get protein. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe. If you've been around the channel for a while, thank you very much for sticking around. I appreciate it. Make sure to hit the bell so you get notifications. YouTube doesn't do that for you anymore. Click the like button if you enjoyed yourself, and leave a comment if you have something to say. Greatly appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you very much, and we will catch you down the road.